Oh, this is the best crazy monkey. We have a monkey here that basically was a rescue because the other monkey was poisoned. And so this monkey then went into a deep depression, didn't come outside, and they were looking for another home for him.
Oh, he's great.
And so they were going to send him to Texas. He lives here, and the owners visit a couple times a week. And so it works out the best of both worlds for both of them. Get back, Foo. Back. One of the most common phone calls we get are rescues on farm animals. So sometimes llamas, sometimes goats, sometimes pigs. Obviously everything can't stay here, but we have done a lot of rescuing that is here temporarily, and then I find another place for it. And a lot of the reasons are lost job, can't afford to feed the animal anymore, the children are older, lost interest, things like that. Then we also have some animals that just live here that were assets to the zoo, such as the Z-donk and the baby zebra and the 2 camels that are here.
Come kiss the camel.
Okay.
Do you want to try? All right, get up there.
Oh, that's a good nose in the camera, Foo. This is Fu Manchu. He was a rescue for us as well. Also, Oprah down here, the little miniature donkey, and the 3 pygmy goats. All of those came as rescued. Fu got rescued right before he went to the food lot. I just couldn't see him going there. If we had room for more than one, we would have taken several of them. But he's a very gentle boy. He'll let people sit on his back, and just as gentle as can be. Jump up, jump up, jump up. Oh, you're going in there too? Okay, one in, one out. Actually, I have a little saying that says, if you love what you do, you never work a day in your life. And I feel like this is really good for me. It actually goes back, I have a little bit of a story behind it. I was actually very sick. Really, there was about 2 months that I didn't get out of bed. And because of some baby kangaroo joeys that came and started to need my care, I started getting up, taking care of them, and really forgot how sick and painful I was. And all of a sudden, I was back to my old self again. So I really feel like the animals gave me my life back, so I'm giving the rest of my life back to them. And that's how this place came about. So here I am with all my friends. Because we have males and females and we do some breeding here, we do pouch checks on a regular basis. Plus, people are fascinated by what exactly is the pouch, how is life in there. So we're able to get some of our girls and basically get a look down in there. We tell them it kind of feels a little bit like a sweaty armpit, unfortunately. Arena's not had a joey yet, so things aren't really developed in there, but you can kind of see how there's plenty of room for stretching and movement. Obviously, when they're used to us holding them and doing this, it's a good chance for me to feel them all over and make sure everybody's okay. And we do rescues on goats as well, and we've been real successful at finding other homes for some of them that we can't have as many, because we were up to 12 goats for a while. A lot of them are at the auction barn when they're getting ready to go for food sales. I sometimes have people that go, oh, I picked this up before it got bought for food and I brought it to you. So that happens an awful lot with us. They're a little more shy than their sister. If I haven't met them and haven't named them, then I understand we've got to eat. But once they have a name and a personality, they're not going anywhere but a safe place. The emus are a rescue for us. We've rescued quite a few of them. There was a lady that's local around here, had some heart problems, then lost her job and basically couldn't afford to take care of the animals. So I think there were 6 emu and probably about 15 llamas that were all part of that rescue that we did. Some of the emus actually went to another zoo so that they could be enjoyed by lots of children and everything else. This is an egg from one of the emus, actual size, actual color. So we find that a lot of people are really fascinated by how big it is and the color of it. Then the weight of the eggs, so we try to, they've laid a few eggs out here, we try to keep a few so that people can see what's going on with them. We have 2 birds that are in here, macaws, and they recently joined us. They came from Arizona, and I believe it was a bird boarding facility that they were dropped off for the weekend, and they never got picked back up. Right now they've got a little barrel that they have gone in and kind of doing some nesting behavior, and they're pretty happy together. They're a bonded pair. So this area kind of serves as the nursery area, the acclimation area, the we haven't got your permanent habitat built yet area. And this poor guy is Leap. And Leap is getting a little bit older. And he obviously picked a fight with one of the younger, more powerful guys and kind of got beat up a little bit. So he got to come in here to heal a little bit, and then we got to figure out and work out who's beating up on Leap and why it's happening. So he's basically in here because he's got little scabs where, you know, they pick on each other. And this is kind of a normal thing that would happen in Australia and out in the wild when you get a mob of Roos. Sometimes, you know, somebody picks a fight with somebody else and somebody has, there's a winner and a loser. Huh, the winner and a loser. This tortoise here is an interesting rescue for us. He came to us about almost 2 years ago now. He's a sulcata tortoise, and they don't hibernate, and so you have to provide them heat all winter long. And he managed to get his electric cord from his heating pad wrapped around his leg. His owners put him to bed at night. When they checked on him the next morning, the leg was pretty tangled up, and by the time they got the cord loose on it, it was basically too late. I made my husband fly to Arizona and pick him up. He does have his pilot's license and all the time has to go on animal rescue missions for me. So he went to Arizona and picked up this very rotten smelling tortoise and came home, and we did an amputation on him, and he's done great ever since then. But when it gets nice and warm, the other male with the 2 legs tries to pick on this one with the only 1 front leg, and then we have some battles. These animals here, it's Mowgli, Surrey, and Scrat, and they're red-fronted brown lemurs. All lemurs are endangered. 2 of the 3 were rescue animals for us, and we actually have a permit from the federal government to breed this endangered species. Oh, I love you too. I do. I love you too. What we do a lot here in order to raise money for the animals is we do presentations at schools, sometimes churches, sometimes birthday parties, but we also open our doors on a very regular basis to visitors to come to the zoo. So we do both open zoo days where the public can just come and go at any time during that day as they please, or we do private groups, and we have one here right now. And that's really the way, other than that and some donations, is the way that we fund everything here at the zoo. These are the 3-banded armadillo. We've got 2 over here. They're the only armadillo species that can roll all the way up into a ball. They're really neat, and they're a great educational animal because we'll show kids a tortoise and discuss the shell and all that, and then show them the armadillo and say, is this a reptile? And so then we talk about what makes a mammal, and then we make the kids notice that it actually has hair. And so even though it's scaly, and even you can see his skin looks almost like the skin on the tortoise. Come on out, come on out. But his body's covered in hair. And then we talk about their sharp claws and how their claws are designed to rip open termite mounds and anthills and the bark off of old rotting trees so that they can get in there and find their food source.
Did you hear me tell everybody that Lunesta came from an orphanage for sloths in South America?
Lunesta is one of the 2-toed sloths that live here. Sloths are interesting animals because they're really not like anything else. They sleep about 20 hours a day, only have to use the bathroom once a week, but they do everything upside down. They eat upside down, sleep upside down, give birth upside down. Their hair even grows upside down so that the rain from the rainforest can run right off of it.
And I guess she could be considered a rescue for us because she did come from
an orphanage area.
Yeah.
In South America, a lot of times when the baby sloths, the mother gets killed or hunted or whatever have it, a lot of the infants will go to a rescue rehab center, and they rescue, rehabilitate, and then they are exported out to the United States for zoos and other facilities. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. I have never been more tired, more dirty, more stinky, more disorganized in my life, but I love every minute of it. And every night when I lay my head down on my pillow, I know that I did my small part in the world to make a difference. Nothing gives me a better warm, fuzzy feeling than spending it with animals. To have them allow me to be a part of their world and see what living with them is really like, to get to know the animals and interact and bond with them, is probably the best part of my job, my dream come true.